Good morning, afternoon, or evening, whatever it is for you. I am finishing up Sisters now, this sculpture commission in Carrara marble. A very white marble, but it has a few little specks in it to let you know it's real stone. So I have painted this mural here. It wraps around the wall over here, but I'm not interested in that part right now. I painted the wall so I could have a dark background to photograph this very white marble. And I thought you might be interested in my setup here. So I have these lights that has a silver reflecting thing so that the bulb does not come off too strong to this art. Bounces up into the umbrella and then softens the light there. Because if I had the light straight on it, you would see shadows behind the sculpture depending on the direction from the light source. All right, so the umbrellas are designed to soften the light so that you don't get any harsh shadows, and also to even out the light so that you can get even coverage, especially when you're photographing paintings. I find, depending on the paintings, that I probably don't have enough of light to make an even coverage, and I tend to shoot outside and just wait for a perfect day. Usually I like cloud cover, but sometimes the sun can be good. Too much cloud cover, you don't see how brilliant the colors in the paintings are, and too much. But anyway, that's a side thing. So this is photographing sculpture. Now, I'll start off with this and try to document the piece well, but I really am also trying to make photos that will get me future work and be showing off that was poor English. I want images that show off the quality of what I have done in the stone. And so, for example, you can see here that this light, it's too even for this, so I don't really see a lot of shadows and things. Now, if I just take one of the lights out, do you see that? Do you see how it gets shadowy there? I have a lot more information going on. You can also see, because in this case I happen to have the table and mural next to a big, what do you call it, armadio? Well, a big closet, external closet, wardrobe, whatever. It makes a shadow over here on the right side because that blocks the light that's coming actually from the window in this room. But you can see the difference between the shadow. Oops, I'm using my tripod for my Nikon. Do you see that? It really changes how I see the form. So I'm going to spend today basically moving these lights around and even wait till the night, because I'm aware that there is light. Now that the rain stopped, I've actually got sunlight coming in from the other another side bouncing around, and I have a window here that's giving me north light exposure into this room. So it could be that day and night I get a different result. But that's what I'm working on today, and it's an interesting kind of thing. It could be that if the weather gets nice tomorrow, I also will take it outside and shoot in the daytime. But I find for sculpture it's nice to also try to angle the lights, and you don't always get that ability with sunshine. But I also like backlighting, and so that's going to be a trick. Oh, another point I wanted to point out to you is that sometimes, depending on how you have the lights, even with the umbrella, sometimes I can get shadows depending on the context. And I also love the reflection that's happening in the wood table, do you see? But sometimes you can get a light, a really harsh shadow that falls onto your background. And you find that's really annoying because it's a distraction you don't need. It doesn't, I mean, sometimes you can use it to, say, emphasize the shape, for example, of the wings and how it's kind of a smiley face or a moon shape if you want to think of it this way, as a crescent moon sitting on top of a curve going this way. But sometimes it's really nice to not have that. And so what I'll do in that case is I'll move this table forward. In the old days in Texas, when I had a studio and a lot more space to work with than what I have now, I would use a seamless background. I have two other tripods that have a bar across, and I would hang fabric across of it, and then I would just let the fabric drape this way. And so you get a gradual tone of light because the vertical has the light hitting one way. The curve has the change of light so that you see a plane change, but it's very subtle. I like that, but I think in this case what I would do is move the table forward so that the shadow actually falls behind the table but does not fall onto the wall behind it. The only reason it falls on the wall is because the wall is super close to the sculpture, and that makes the shadow fall there. You know, if there was no object there, the shadow would continue to just fall down. So anyway, those are another point. I'll photograph more of these shots as I finish, but I want to use the light that exists right now. Thank you for watching. This is Kelly Borsheim at Borsheimarts.com. And this painting by Eric Silva that I love so much. Ciao, ciao for now. I'm going to keep shooting.